You mentioned writing the song with Jenny. Was that you approaching her after you'd started it, or had you actually set up a co-writing session and that's what came out?
Well, it was funny enough because years ago, Jenny used to look up to me when I was in the Hartleys, and she always says that I was a big inspiration for her. And then it's kind of like full circle. I fall off the music track, she gets on. And anyway, she ended up being a mentor for me through APRA. And I was really stoked because I know Jenny, and she
Hmm.
actually helped me through this album process immensely. And during that time of mentorship, she said, "Hey, do you want to write a song?" And I was like, "Yes, I absolutely do." So Jenny's been a big part of building my confidence back up and getting back into the industry. And she's much, a good 10 or plus years younger than me.
Hmm.
And but as she said, it's full circle. Like, yeah. So it's been so lovely to have her help.
But I also think it's great that you open yourself up to that help, because some artists in your position would think, well, I've done this before. I've released music. I've toured. I've been on TV. I know everything. So, what's in your background that leads you to have beginner mind, for lack of a better term?
Oh goodness, that is a very interesting question. I guess I'm just truth to myself that I don't know anything like I used to. When I was doing music ages ago, social media wasn't a big part of it. It was so different. And then you go into a world of social media and promoting yourself as an independent artist. I just felt so lost. And I was open to anybody giving me advice and support. So I don't know, like maybe it's because I'm a teacher as well. I teach older people, I teach people in their 60s, I teach people when they're four. So I've got a real open mind about new beginnings for even girls my age learning to sing and play. And I'm encouraging, I put gigs on them for them to sing. So I think that's probably a real strong place where I get that from.
Mm-hmm. Because it is weird if we step back and think about the idea that you need to be under a certain age to put out music or achieve things. It's kind of weird, really, because obviously the more life you live, the more stories you have to tell. But culturally, there is that pressure of, oh, achieve everything by a certain age. So I do think country is a genre where you can be any age and release your debut album.
And thank goodness for that because I'm not 20. But I feel like I've aged with wisdom with my writing, and even my voice has changed so much since I was 20. There's so much more different depth to my voice. And I think age well,
Yeah.
run with it.
Age well, and then you have great stories to write, to put new
Yeah,
songs. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I have a lot more to say now.
Yeah. And you mentioned that this album was a dream from when you were a girl. So now the dream is realized. The album is out there. You've mentioned that there's some new music coming, but have you shifted to a different dream?
I would just love to be out performing more live. That's been my main goal from the very beginning of getting music out, is to get a profile where I can be out performing live.
Mhm.
So getting over to Australia, I'm actually like booked to come to Tamworth now. I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. And I said to Dad, should we go to Tamworth? He's like, yes. So I'm like, now what do I do? I'm like, I'm coming to Tamworth. Now what do I do? So that's going to be a whole new adventure for me to hopefully be able to sing a little bit over there. And and I'm just working on shows. Like my aim is to get this music out, but perform live and take risks to put shows on like I am, and just not doubting myself. If I get to sing in front of 20 people or 100 people, it doesn't matter. It's that they are there for you, and I want them to feel everything I say. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my goal. Live music.